Welcome to the Sage BusinessWorks mini tutorial on installing the software. In this presentation, you will learn how to create a new folder and share this folder, how to stop services in computer management before starting the installation, and how to install Sage BusinessWorks. When you are going to be using BusinessWorks across a network, you need to create a shared folder. This will be done at the server in a client-server environment or on the workstation acting as the server in a workgroup environment. To create a shared folder, you'll go into My Computer, I'm going to create my share on the C drive. I'll right-click, select New and Folder, and then name my folder. I'm going to name my folder Sage, so it will be easier to locate. Now I'm going to share my folder. To do this, I'm going to right-click on the folder and select Sharing and Security. I'm going to select to share my folder, leave the share name as Sage, and go into Permissions. Here I'm going to give the group Everyone full control, apply that, and say OK. Then I will go into the Security tab. Now every user that is going to be accessing BusinessWorks needs to have full control. You may want to set up a group that includes all of these BusinessWorks users and give that group full control. I'm going to use the group Everyone, make sure that group has full control, and apply that and say OK. Now you will see there is a small hand underneath my folder. This lets me know the folder has successfully been shared. Another thing that needs to be done before beginning the installation is to stop specific services. To do this, we need to go into Computer Management. I'm going to right-click on my computer and select Manage. Then double-click on Services and Applications, and again on Services. This will show me a list of all the services that are on this computer. Specific services that we're looking for that need to be stopped are any antivirus, firewalls, IIS admin, iPod service, protected storage, and any Microsoft Exchange services, among some others that would also need to be stopped. To tell if a service is running, in the status column, you will see the word started. To stop this service, all you need to do is right-click on the service and select Stop. After the service has been successfully stopped, you will notice that the word started is no longer in the status column. A simple reboot after the successful installation will restart any services that were stopped prior to beginning the install. You are now ready to begin the installation. After placing the CD in the drive, the installation wizard should appear on your screen like this. Select Install Sage BusinessWorks to begin the installation. Click Next to continue. Accept the terms of the license agreement and click Next. The next screen is where you select the type of installation you are performing. If this is a standalone installation, select Standalone. If this is a network installation, select Network. You will then be asked for the product code. This depends on the edition of Sage BusinessWorks that you have purchased. After entering the correct product code, select Next. The install will default to the path seen here. The install will create the BW-Prog and BW-Data folders, which will reside under the Sage folder that we created earlier. If you would like to change the program path or data path, select the Browse button and choose the new destination. Remember that the folder the program files and data files are being installed to needs to be shared with full control to all users. Once you have the program and data paths correct, click Next. Next, you will choose the location of the pervasive installation. It is recommended that you use the default of C:\PVSW. You will now choose your client data path. This is the UNC path to the location of your BW data directory that will be used by the client workstations to access the data. This is where you would select the location of the folder in which the program icons will be placed. Verify the location of the installation, including the program path, data path, and the client data path, and click Next. The pervasive portion of the install will now begin. Please note that this portion of the install may take several minutes to complete. The progress bar will continue to move as the install finishes. When the pervasive portion of the installation completes, the Sage BusinessWorks portion of the install will automatically begin. After the Sage BusinessWorks portion of the installation finishes, you will see a Configuring Databases message. This is where Sage BusinessWorks is creating a connection to the pervasive database engine and is registering the sample and demo databases. When the installation is complete, you will see the completion screen. Click Finish to end the Sage BusinessWorks server install. After you have completed the installation of the server, then you'll need to go to each of the client workstations and run the client setup there. Now this is important. You do not use the CD after you're done with the installation at the server. You only use the CD at the server, and then when you're at the workstations, you browse through the network to run the client setup. Now before beginning the client setup, we need to stop services on the workstation just like we did at the server. To do this, we're going to go into Computer Management, then into Services and Applications, and Services. Find the services that we do need to stop, any antivirus or firewalls, right-click on those services, and stop them. Once all of the services that are necessary to be stopped are stopped, we can then begin the installation. To do this, you can click on My Network Places, Entire Network, Microsoft Windows Network, find the name of your network, the name of your server, the location in which you installed to, in this example, the Sage folder. Open up the BW program directory, then open the client setup folder, and then double-click on the autorun.exe. This will launch the installation wizard for installing the Sage BusinessWorks client. Once you have launched the client setup autorun, you will need to select the option to install the Sage BusinessWorks client. Click Next to continue. Verify the path for the pervasive portion of the client installation. This is where you would select the location of the folder in which the program icons will be placed. Verify the location of the installation, including the program path, data path, and the client data path, and click Next. The pervasive portion of the install will now begin. Please note that this portion of the install may take several minutes to complete. The progress bar will continue to move as the install finishes. When the pervasive portion of the installation completes, the Sage BusinessWorks portion of the install will automatically begin. After the Sage BusinessWorks portion of the installation finishes, you will see a Configuring Databases message. This is where Sage BusinessWorks is creating a connection to the pervasive database engine and is registering the sample and demo databases on the workstation. When the installation is complete, you will see the completion screen. Click Finish to end the Sage BusinessWorks client install. Once the installation is complete, you should see a Sage BusinessWorks icon on the desktop that looks like this one. To log in, you just double-click on the icon and log in using your username and password. Now, if this is a brand new installation of Sage BusinessWorks, the default login is Manager with no password. If you receive the error, No Writable Share, when selecting the client data path at the server, this means that the Sage folder is not shared correctly. Go back to the Sage folder and verify that it is shared with full control for all users. You should never receive this error at the workstation. If you do, make sure you are not doing the workstation install from the CD. If the installation hangs at Configuring Databases, it is recommended that you close the installation and reboot the server. After rebooting the server, you may try to launch BusinessWorks and receive an invalid alias name error. Go ahead and rerun the installation after shutting down the necessary services. Reinstalling will replace the database that is causing the invalid alias name error and will allow you to launch without error. You may receive the message, pervasive.sql installation has failed, if there is a service that is running that is interfering with the installation. To resolve this issue, shut down all non-essential Windows services and processes and run the installation again. You may receive the message that simple file sharing is enabled if installing on a Windows XP Pro computer that is acting as the server. Simple file sharing must be disabled in order to set the appropriate share and NTFS permissions. To disable simple file sharing, go into My Computer, the Tools menu, and Folder Options. Click on the View tab, scroll all the way to the bottom, and where it says Use Simple File Sharing, uncheck the box, Apply, and say OK. In this short tutorial, we have shown you how to stop services to prepare for the installation, how to install Sage BusinessWorks on the server, how to install the client workstation. Thank you for viewing our mini tutorial for installing Sage BusinessWorks. Please check this website regularly as we are always adding more mini tutorials.